YouTube single shot here. I'm going to jump on here. I've been thinking about something that a lot of folks don't think about, and that is over-scoping a caliber. I've seen a lot of this go on. I've done it myself, and when I do an analysis on a certain type of caliber, I like to find out what those parameters are. I'll probably stick a 3-9 by 40 that's sitting on top of that caliber to get some chronograph readings and get some accuracy readings, do some ballistics checks with the information that's available. And then the subject comes up, well, what am I going to use this caliber for? How far am I going to shoot with this caliber? So, what you really have to do is you have to get that information together and then choose your optimal optic to put on top of that caliber. So, 22 caliber long rifle, that's usually one that I'll put a smaller caliber, power scope on it, possibly with a smaller objective, smaller tube, etc. And the larger calibers, up to the 50 500 Smith & Wesson, which I've got one of them, if I'm only going to shoot 150, 200 yards at the very most with that weapon, with that caliber, I'm only going to put a full power scope on it. That's what I've got plans for the Thompson Center Katahdin barrel and 500 Smith & Wesson that I have. That's about all I'm going to put on there. Of course, you know, you got your options of quality and how much you want to spend. Lately, I've been using a lot of the Centerpoint scopes, and the reason being, number one, they're made in the United States. They're made in Upper New York, and they've got a fantastic guarantee on them. And I'm going to have to get a hold of them to see if they've got fixed power in their line. I've used the 4 to 16 by 44, the 3-9 by 40. That's one I'm thinking about picking up and putting on top of another caliber, mid-range caliber. And I'm talking 30-06, something like that, 308. That's plenty of scope for that. You really have to, like I say, you have to sit down and you have to think, what are my practical ranges? What's my practical use for this caliber? And what am I going to do with it? Up in Maine, we have a lot of ranges that are only set up for about 300 yards at the most. You know, a lot of them are set for 100. Some of them set for 2. Because you're only going to get most, really, unless you're sitting on top of a big agricultural field watching it, you're only going to get about 100 yards. So, I'm going to set my scopes to a minimum of, I should say, maximize the usefulness of that caliber at their range. Of course, you want to put something that's going to be pretty durable, which the Centerpoint line is, and use that on your short-range gun. Now, I like either a Leupold or similar line there for something I'm going to be shooting 1,000 yards with, which I really haven't done. Down in Georgia, I shot out to 600 yards. The guy that owned that particular range, that was a private range, he did have it set up for 1,000 yards, but I didn't get a chance to do any work with that at all. So that's the thing that I'm thinking about today, and like to find out what your thoughts are. And I'd like to plug a few of the channels that I've been most interested in here lately. Coda Boy 32 down in North Carolina. He helps us a lot with the laws that's going through. And Guns and Gadgets up in Massachusetts. He does the same thing up that way. Out in California, the Daily Shooter. Got an excellent information and channel there. And we got a lot of the other guys that are starting to do the same out of their areas. I urge this. You know, it's something that we really got to keep track of, folks, is this insanity with this red flag law series that everybody seems to be jumping on the bandwagon about. And there's only 50% of that law that I agree with. Now, this crap about somebody saying something about somebody else and having a dispute and carrying on, it doesn't matter if it's friend against friend or family member against friend or family member against family member, it doesn't matter. Use this wisely, because if you use this inappropriately, folks, this law can seriously damage the Second Amendment community out here. It already is. There's been deaths already recorded because of these red flag laws. Half of that law I agree with is this. If a person has verified, I'll stress that again, verified documentation of some kind of psychiatric activity, they should be put on a watch list, not something where a person can have their personal equipment seized with no due course of justice. They just walk in, take the guns, doesn't matter if they've got a search warrant or not, and then that individual has to play hell to get everything back because it's so expensive to get lawyers to fight to get their property back. It's ridiculous. So I say wisely, very wisely. You know, don't get into an argument and just say, well, I'm going to make life hell for that individual, because I'll turn him into the police and say that he's a possible threat. No, no. Back off, cool off, and think about it. That's the second part about that law that I disagree with. And that is the fact that they can do this stuff without just cause. To me, that is a total invasion of not only the Second Amendment, that is one that we care for in this community, and it's also the destruction of somebody's rights that hasn't done a thing wrong. So that's kind of an off-segued subject for today, but it's something that I've been watching. I disagree with a lot of the ways that things are getting done in this country. And I disagree with a lot of the things that the government has done. Now, I want some folks there to stop and think about this, but I would like to have feedback about the setting up of your scopes and stuff to see if we're on the right track here. Take care, folks. God bless. Be safe wherever you go. I'm headed back to Maine within a couple of days. I'm I'm in Pennsylvania. I've run hard here the last few days, and I've run myself out of hours of service. When I stop today, I've got to do a 34-hour reset to get my hours back and then head for the hacienda. Again, take care, folks. And think about this. Contact your legislators that will possibly help us up in Maine. And we don't have any. Those people up there now are just total lunatics. They don't know what they're doing. They don't care what they're doing. And we've got people in there that's been in there since Christ was a cowboy. So it's time to clean house and start over as far as I'm concerned up in that state. And there's a lot of states here in this country that that same scenario has to take place. Take care, folks. Catch you on the next one.